Okay, so while I was wandering around looking for a place to film this, I stumbled across something. Look where I am. I'm ages away from the path, really. I've walked 15 minutes away from the path, and I found this. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's obviously a burnt out yellow car. And it's really put me off because shit's pretty natural around here. You've got your natural tree vagina, and then there's that. Look, here's the axle. I don't know how old it is. Doesn't look like a new car, put it that way. I feel good, and I feel like, because, you know, times aren't as free as they used to be, let's be honest. They're good. I'm not going to start mocking the times in which I live, because I know we're very privileged people to live in the way we do. But, you know, just taking off and feeling a part of things is harder than it used to be. And I suppose I'm being a bit hypocritical having brought my computer on this little walk with me, but everything out here has its place, whether it's the burnt out car that's growing plants, or me, or the guy who saw me vlogging before when he was walking his dog. I can feel the sun at work, both on my back and its light being transmitted through every plant around me. And you just feel a little at home. But I'm not going to lie, you also feel incredibly isolated. You do, because everything around you is a plant, or a tree, or a fly buzzing, or a car that's been destroyed. And although I can still hear the working cars flying past in the background, there's a part of me that's a little bit afraid of what happens out here. I don't know. I don't know if it's the fact that I can't control the lighting, or... I like to come out in the bush, and I do it fairly frequently, and I've never vlogged outside before, which is a bit weird. I think it's the feeling of not possessing any of this. Maybe that's what it is that in my pocket I have a phone, and in front of me I have a laptop. The world around me is owned by the government, but it's not a human environment, and that's fantastic. But I came out here to find something cool, and this little bit of headspace that I've got right here feels pretty cool. I'm starting to feel like conflict is a good emotion. I don't know, we search our whole lives for an emotion that feels like peace, like everything is in harmony, and part of me is starting to believe that that might not be such a good thing. We make it out to be this amazing thing to find harmony within ourselves. And while I think that's something we strive for, it's a bit like objectivity in historical accounts. It's probably what we should strive for, but we should recognize that we're never going to get there, and that getting there might not be everything it's cracked up to be, and that maybe the best we can hope for is to try and get there, to live like we're trying to get there, but that getting there isn't the aim. The aim is to live our lives in ways that bring us some form of happiness, but happiness, it should be conflicted, otherwise it isn't real. I don't feel like, because everything is relative, right? I have a theory that as everything is relative to everything else, like my opinion of you is relative to your opinion of me, and it all melds together, that maybe conflict is what makes things relative. Maybe feeling like you're trading something off for something else. Compromise is the essence of being a human. Or it doesn't mean you should compromise on everything you want, but it does mean that we need just a little bit of conflict, a little bit of unhappiness in our lives. That we should always be struggling against something. Whether it's me struggling to try and feel like this is home, or you struggling to get to the end of this incredibly lanky video. I'm glad I committed to myself to make this a Secret Channel one and not a Shamelicious one. Although I would like to make a Shamelicious video from out here. It'd be a good thing. Well, I'm going to head off before this video gets too long for me to edit, and before I disappear too far up my own arse. But thanks for watching, the one or two of you that watch this, and there'll be more coming when I start telling people on the main channel how to get here. Yeah, so thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay, so now I'm starting to think that burning cars out here is just a trend no one has told me about, because I've just found another car. It's quite weird, really, to find two of them.